Hey everyone, this is Wes from the Console Gaming Crew, and we couldn't be happier to announce that we are now part of the Boss Rush Podcast Network and are featured on BossRushGames.com. BossRushGames.com is a great place where you can find up-to-date news articles, blogs, and podcasts about video games. In addition to that, there is a growing collection of podcasts in not just the gaming community, but other communities as well. We are honored to be a part of such a great network of podcasters, so please stop by and give everyone a listen. Thank you, and enjoy the show. Yo, crew members, what it be?
How's everybody doing? Hi.
Heavy breathing. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, everybody.
So, this, which is going to be our last episode before the new year, because obviously we're not going to be recording on Christmas. So,
What about
this
it?
being
What
our
about
last
a new?
episode-
What about a New Year episode? Huh? That'd be weird.
yeah, we said the next episode is going to be a New Year, New Us episode. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
But so last week we went over, and actually we didn't even tell Anthony this yet. How close this was.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Well, last week we
Yeah,
had we
bet.
went over the winners of the Game Awards, and we tallied up our answers to see who
Oh, who won?
Because remember Wes
Yes. I remember. Wes won.
Wes won, but we were all within a point. So you
Wow.
had 7, or sorry, you had 8, I had 9, Wes had 10.
Yeah.
Right.
So it was all- it was
I was
literally-
in last.
You were in
guys
third.
No, there's
Yeah.
only 3 of us, so I was in last.
You were in third.
If you're
You
not
got
fir-
the-
Look, Andy, did you?
If you're not
did you-
first, you're last.
Yeah, thank you. Did you come in first?
no.
Okay, so if you're not first, you're last. Okay, so we both.
I
finished last.
came in not last. I came in not last. Wes came out of nowhere though, because funny. I actually thought you were going to blow the doors off because
Why did I win
out
like
of
the
the
first
first-
like 7, and then I just
Fi-
stopped?
well, no, you won 5 out of the first 7, and actually, what got you in hot water was not sticking to your guns and picking your game, because there was like 3 that Forza won that you didn't
Forza.
pick. Forza 4.
Stop! Are you
Yeah,
serious?
Forza actually won a lot.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
That is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, Forza won a lot, and we looked back and it was like, damn, if Ant would have stuck to his pick, he'd have won, I think, by 2.
Oh well,
But
that's awesome.
yeah, and none of us picked them, and most of the ones that Forza won, none of us picked them because we were like,
Nah.
they're not going to win this one.
That's,
Sure as shit they did.
That's fucking crazy. I mean, I love it. That's fucking crazy
Yeah.
though.
So we gave the award winners last week and decided to come back because there was a lot of other shit that we had on the Game Awards, and there was a lot of trailers that dropped and news of games to come and whatnot, and that would have been a long episode to do all at once. So we decided to split it up, and that's what we're going to give you tonight.
How crazy is it though? You're gonna have
Trailer talk.
Hey,
I like it.
that sir is a beautiful title name.
Hashtag trailer talk.
Done.
I like it.
Already done.
Hell yes, love it.
You're a gem.
You are
Just want you to know that. Straight up gem.
just a fucking just an amazing human being tonight and every night.
I'm saying.
I love it.
Appreciate
So-
that, gents.
Why don't we start this thing off with a bang? Because the first thing we have on this list is Suicide Squad killed the Justice League.
Yeah.
And
that was awesome.
I think it's safe to say that the 3 of us were excited about this when we watched the first trailer that they had a
Yes.
couple months ago.
Correct. And this trailer, if correct me if I'm wrong, but this trailer showed a significant amount of gameplay.
Yes.
A significant amount of gameplay and gave a little bit more of the
Story.
background to the story.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I will say this, that it looks super clean. Super good too.
Yeah.
It-
It looked
It reminds me of like a combination of Batman Arkham Knight or Arkham Asylum
Okay.
and Sunset Overdrive.
With all the colors, like how they pop and shit like that, and the traversal and stuff like
even
that.
the movement.
Yeah,
even
yeah.
the movement. Or maybe like a Dead Rising, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like, but like because I thought it was really cool. With King Shark, how they had. I mean, they gave him like the hooks
Yeah.
because King Shark comes from like Pacific Island lore, and a lot of that has to do with like say Moana, you know what I mean, like Maui's fish hook and stuff. Dude, they gave him sickles that look like fish hooks. You know, and I thought, that's actually a really cool thing to go ahead and kind of keep with the lore. I mean that, and also he had a minigun.
Yeah, so I have a little bit more on the game here. If you're interested, it's so it's set in the universe previously established by the Batman Arkham series, taking place sometime after the events of Arkham Knight. Amanda Waller creates a task force known as Suicide Squad, which is composed of Arkham Asylum inmates Harley Quinn, Captain Boomerang, Deadshot, King Shark. Go ahead.
No, keep going. I'll come in after you.
Okay, no problem. And King Shark for a covert mission in Metropolis. Only when they arrive in the city do they realize the severity of the situation. Brainiac has invaded Earth and started brainwashing its inhabitants, including the Justice League members Superman, Flash, and Green Lantern, with Wonder Woman as the only apparent member who is not under Brainiac's control. Unable to depend on any hero for help, it's up to the Suicide Squad to save the world by assassinating the Justice League and stopping Brainiac. Which is a pretty sick premise, by the way.
Absolutely, 100%.
Going against the Justice League?
So, Wes, remember, like, literally 5 seconds ago how you said this game reminded you of Arkham, right? The Arkham series and stuff like that. So, Rocksteady Studios is the one who's creating the game. They're also the ones who created the entire Arkham series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, it makes sense.
Right. I just wanted to throw that out there for the other listeners as well. Like so it's the same company that created the entire the Batman Arkham series, which I thought was actually pretty cool.
So the aesthetic is something that we're
used to. Yeah, we're comfortable and used to. Yeah. It's pretty dope.
Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, that game
it does look really good. I'm excited. So
on to the next.
Well, let's go ahead and say real quick that this game does have a 2022 release date. We don't have an actual date yet, but
Touché, sir.
It is coming out 2022.
Okay, so now officially moving right along, a game that I'm excited for just because anytime a game comes out.
But wait, why are you excited? Do you? What's the premise behind the game? Do you know what it is?
I mean, I have some stuff on it. Yeah.
No, do you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
not a whole lot. Enough to get me excited.
I want to listen. Continue. But I'm excited.
So we have Star Wars Eclipse, and obviously anything under the Star Wars banner, I'm going to be excited for, especially after playing Jedi Fallen Order. So I'm a huge Star Wars dude, so it made me excited. Set in the High Republic, Star Wars Eclipse will feature multiple playable characters and a branching story, which is what we have off Polygon, but I dug a little deeper. And this is actually, I believe, off the Star Wars Eclipse website.
Nice.
Where it seems like Polygon just took what they had on there, but there are some key features that it gave, which is enough to get me excited. So key features: weave a tapestry of interlaced destinies. See the galaxy through the eyes of an ensemble cast of multiple charismatic playable characters, each with their own personality, motivations, and impact upon each other and the story at large. Compose an original Star Wars story. With all new characters and environments, you have the power to make choices with consequences thanks to many outcomes in this deeply branching narrative. Because they actually consider this a narrative-driven, which obviously all of us really love those narrative games. Any games where your choices have consequences.
Yeah, 100% agree.
All of us universally love that stuff. So shape your fate in the Outer Rim, in an uncharted section of the galaxy with never-before-seen species and planets to discover. This part of the Outer Rim is rife with opportunity and political tensions that could alter the fabric of peace. What will you do? So they did say in the coming weeks they're going to give more on, what the main focus of the game is, but it seems like it's going to be one of those ones where you can choose dark side, light side, which I've said a million times. Generally, Star Wars games is the only franchise where I go evil. Any other game, I'm like the White Knight. I'm as good as you can be. There's something I love about the dark side in Star Wars, so if that truly is an option, that's probably what I'm going to roll with.
Nice,
but to have that type of narrative driven, your choices have consequences thing set in the Star Wars universe, sign me up. Because correct me if I'm wrong, think back and tell me when the last time was that a Star Wars game flopped. And okay, let me rephrase. I was about to say, let me rephrase a story based. Not an MMO. Okay. You know what I mean? Not just a online battle, whatever the fuck I don't even know what the fuck you call them. I keep forgetting what they're called. Like what's like PUBG and all that shit. It's not quite that.
Battle Royale.
So it's not necessarily Battle Royale. Team Deathmatch. We'll call it that. It's like Star Wars Team Deathmatch, basically, is what that shit is. But the story-based ones, like the Force Unleashed games, they were great. Obviously, Knights of the Old Republic, we know was great. Jedi Fallen Order was great. Won tons of awards. So I have no doubt that they'll they'll come out with a banger. They know how big that fucking fan base is. The last thing they want to do is piss off a fan base that large. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But what do we got
it was
next?
neat. I mean,
Oh,
I
go ahead.
think we saw Master Yoda in
You
there
did.
as well.
You saw Yoda like 10 seconds into the trailer.
Yeah. I'm curious on where this falls, like whether it falls between episode 3 and 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or is it like farther along into like the original trilogy of the of like the Star Wars lore?
Yeah. All that stuff I'm sure is going to be coming quite soon. I'm sure, because I feel like the game is going to get a 2022 release date. I think
I don't
maybe
know.
late 2022, or what I said when we were talking about it before. If they wanted to do this, if this game is something that's not going to come out until 2023 or 2024, we know that they're having Jedi Fallen Order 2 in production. So I wonder if that would drop in late 2022 to kind of bridge the gap for this one.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I mean, Quantum Dream are the people who are making Eclipse.
And you know how fucking exciting that is, because think of the
And-
other games they've made.
Fallen Order, yeah, like Detroit Become Human and stuff like that.
Detroit Become Human, Heavy Rain.
Yeah. It was EA that did Fallen Order, correct? And are
Yes.
doing Fallen Order 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would just be Lucasfilm Games just trying to figure out the way that their shit's going to line up.
You played Heavy Rain, didn't you, man? Didn't I watch you play that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was insane. It was absolutely insane. Yeah, they're geniuses at storytelling. So, I trust them.
They're so good with those minute details.
Yeah, I did not play Detroit, but I hear nothing but great things about it.
I've seen a lot of wild shit from people playing Detroit Become Human, like because there's like a certain section, like just in the beginning of the game, you know what I mean, with the one of the first choices you make, to where that it just sets everything in motion and shit's wild.
I have that downloaded. I never played it.
I remember that you told me, because I feel like on the podcast at one point you said that's what you had that you were going to go into next, which we always say, and then something randomly comes out and it's like, fuck.
Yeah,
I can't
it's called
now.
the Xbox Series X that I got, and
Yeah.
I have not played any PlayStation 5. I haven't even turned it on.
I haven't either since I finished Resident Evil Village.
It's crazy.
Mine's sitting in here.
I haven't played anything.
So next up is something that I would say to be cautiously optimistic about, and I say cautiously because they really didn't give us much, and it's anytime it's something superhero related, you always need to approach it cautiously, because we saw what could happen with, the Avengers. Obviously, they've righted the wrongs with Guardians of the Galaxy, but anytime you have superhero shit, it's like, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Wonder Woman, and that's legit what it's called. That's all we got, Wonder Woman. And the trailer wasn't much. It was just like a cinematic look at her suit.
Yeah.
Basically.
Suit, the lasso of truth, and then just kind of like her jumping and then like throwing the lasso out. That's basically all we got.
Yeah.
And it sounded like her mother talking and describing Diana.
So I don't have much here, but I did some digging on this one too, and it says Wonder Woman is an upcoming third-person open-world action-adventure game that will feature the iconic character from the world of DC Comics. The title is being developed by Monolith Productions and published by Warner Bros. Interactive. According to the company in a press release shortly after its announcement, Wonder Woman will tell an original story set in the DC universe and allow players to become Diana in the fight to unite her Amazon family and the humans from the modern world. Currently, it's unknown whether it will feature any other character from the world of DC, but it's highly likely that at least a few familiar faces from the Wonder Woman comics will be appearing. Due to Monolith Productions describing the game as an original story, it's also unclear as to whether the game will tie into any sort of established canon that DC has set in its comics or throughout its movie properties. So really, it's all guesswork at this point.
At the same time, DC movie properties canon doesn't mean anything for anything, dude. Because they do not care about continuity. They've said as much. They've said as much multiple times that they don't give a shit about continuity. They're just making everything just the way they want, which is how Wonder Woman 1984 became the shitstorm that it fucking became.
And this is why I hate everything DC.
No, I love DC animated movies.
Now, what I was going to say is...
Yeah, okay. I can get on board with that. We did talk
Their
about
animated
that
movies
before.
are fucking on point.
We touched on this
Which is weird.
the last episode, is that, funny enough, as as much as people come at DC, their video games, like no one has anything but great things to say about all the Batman Arkham games.
Yes.
They're great.
Even the Telltale stuff is good.
Also,
Yes.
and I hear good things about the Injustice series. That's DC, right?
Injustice is good, yeah.
They're fun.
So I mean, I trust that they would
It's
get it
basically
right. But like I
Mortal
said,
Kombat
when
with
you
superheroes.
know,
That's
I mean,
exactly what it is.
Oh,
there's
yeah,
nothing
wait.
wrong with that.
That is what it is.
There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so they didn't give us much there, but I mean, it's something I'm sure they're going to release more.
That one I fully expect 2023.
When you get a
Next
trailer
year's-
like that,
Next
when you get a
year's
trailer,
Game Awards,
yeah,
we might get gameplay.
when you get a trailer like that with nothing, but it's basically just a hype thing, like, hey, this is coming.
It's
Be
got a
on the lookout
projected
for it.
2023 release date, so hopefully next year you will see some form of gameplay.
You have to if you're talking
Right?
about releasing
Unless
2023.
they just fucking that would never happen, but unless they're like,
I mean, it
all
also
right, we're gonna
depends
drop
on what
the game now.
Monolith is working on. I mean, it depends on what else Monolith Productions is working on to go ahead and say whether, you know what I mean, whether like all of their eggs are in that basket or whether they're doing something else.
Yeah.
well, now I'm gonna
So-
look.
I was about to say, while
So-
Anthony looks, we can go ahead and
Well-
talk about the next one.
We'll move on to the next one and talk about a critically acclaimed game that's getting pretty much a whole, you know, the sequel's getting a straight up makeover. And I'm talking about Alan Wake 2. So Alan Wake, I've never played, but I heard great things about it. I know Matt, our buddy Matt, played it, loved it, and it was a psychological thriller game.
Alex from What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast is also a huge fan
And
of Alan Wake.
what I already like, or what I should say, what I already love about what I'm hearing about Alan Wake 2 is that the game is making a drastic jump from the psychological thriller to survival horror. Now, there was horror. I think it was called a psychological horror game the first time around, but it focused way more on the psychological aspect and a little less on the horror. And what I love about the second one is that the game is what it is now because they listened to their fans, and the fans said, hey, we want this to be more horror. They're like, that's what you want? That's what you're going to get. So in a recent interview,
Great.
the developer came out and said that the extra time that they used to because they gave themselves I don't remember when Alan Wake came out, but they've given themselves plenty of time to come up with Alan Wake 2 here. So Wes, if you can find out, I was about to say if you
On it.
can find out how long it's been.
That game release date was May 14th, 2010.
2010. So a decade plus, 11 years. Basically, they've given themselves to
a
come out.
decade plus 1 year.
A decade plus, bro. So the extra time they used to make this product has opened the door to build upon what they already had, which has created an overall product that they're very proud of. Something that's changed about the product is that Alan Wake will be a proper survival horror title rather than the original psychological action title that the game was supposed to be. When asked about the change, Lake mentioned that the pivot from action to proper horror is a part of the journey. With the pivot to horror, more ideas are being implemented into the sequel, which opens the door for a new experience the players will be fully invested in. With the story of Alan Wake being central to the series, finding a genre that takes center stage will be the best way to handle a sequel. Also, something big that lends itself to this being a much better game is that it's given an M rating. So, Wes, can you tell me, was the last one a T?
Give me a minute, real quick.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Let's see here. What were you rated?
Just out of curiosity, I don't remember.
I got you.
I don't remember what comes if there is anything after T before we get to the end.
ESRB is rated T for teen for blood, language, use of alcohol and tobacco, and violence.
Makes sense. So doing survival horror, Lake was asked about the M rating of the game. He responded stating that having an M-rated game is like a breath of fresh air because it allows for much more freedom without the need to compromise or censor content. He does say that the game isn't going to be shocking just for the sake of being shocking. The game's story, setting, and events will fit the bill for M-rated titles. So it's cool that, you know, we always love it when, you know, a company comes out, listens to what, you know, criticisms their fans have, and they, you know, do their best to make the game that they want.
Now, another neat thing is I'm curious on how many Easter eggs from Control we're going to see in Alan Wake 2 because
you saw
that
Alan
whole
Wake
thing is-
in Control, right?
That whole thing is connected.
Yeah.
Remedy is keeping all of that part of the universe in line.
So, were you looking something up, man? By the way,
Yeah, but then I fucking fell in this rabbit hole and started fucking clicking on rando things. Like here,
Anthony's like,
I'm
Anthony's
sidebar.
like-
Hey, look, I'm sidebarring real quick. Star Wars Eclipse fans are staging a protest against Quantic Dream's involvement in the game.
Why?
I'm gonna read it. If we're gonna do news, I'll use this as a news article.
Yeah, do I feel like I know why, but who knows if I'm actually right. Flyers.
Oh shit, that's me.
Hey Wes, what the fuck is playing? All you hear is
Forspoken.
Ant fell down the fucking rabbit hole.
Forspoken trailer.
Ant fell down the damn rabbit hole. I'm sitting here. I'm like, Anthony's about to get 20% off of Manscaped.
Yeah, I could use it.
So
My balls
the
look
next
like a Yeti's worst dream.
Oh my goodness, mine's crisp and clean, man. It's like a bonsai tree. Anyway, so
this little fucking curved fucking.
Hey man,
With like 3 mirrors. Go ahead.
hey man,
Fucking puts his. He's got his fucking like. Feet
it's like dude. I lift the leg. It's like a Zen garden, dude.
Alex walks in.
It's like
what are you doing?
And then with the hairs on the ground, he takes a rake and he starts like going in a circle.
I'm
like they do in the sand.
I'm trimming the bonsai. I will bonsai and dangle it in your face later. Daddy has to play some Zen. All right, back to what we were fucking doing. Jesus Christ, this is
What are we supposed to be doing? I don't even know anymore.
This is the most rando podcast I've ever been a part of since like our first episode. Hey, welcome to
the game where.
All right, go.
It only got rando for like 5 seconds.
Jesus.
So next up is a game I know we are very excited about. Actually, I don't know that we got much of Anthony's reaction to it. Because
Are we talking about
you were there?
Forspoken?
Yeah, because I don't know if you were there when Wes and I first saw the trailer.
No, but either way, I just saw the trailer tonight for the first time. The new trailer with the gameplay. I'm just I'm gonna take it and roll with it. Now it's mine.
Dude,
bro. Oh my god. Okay, so wait, I didn't look too deep into this because you're gonna have more information because Andy's the one who's always squared away with everything we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is this gonna be PlayStation exclusive? It looked like it by the trailer. It only showed a PlayStation symbol, and it came up with the.
Wes, you go into that. I believe.
Anyway, I loved all the different ways that she could traverse through the fucking landscapes and shit like that. Like they had the one where she was like on this like little sheet of ice, but it was like a hoverboard sheet of ice, and then her fucking whatever, and then her fucking feet were like electrified, and then she shot up in the air like a fucking demon Yeti woman and smashed down with fucking green thunderous fucking clouds of just smash bang ooms.
It's so funny because it shows you how.
Anyway, that's amazing.
It shows you how easy it is to get Wes and I excited because we were excited about this game since the very first cinematic trailer we saw that didn't really show much. It was like it was like 45 seconds long, but all you saw was her like hiding behind this rock and a dragon flies overhead and she goes, "Is that a fucking dragon?" And we're like, "Oh, dude, sold.
We're in.
Sold.
Dragons. I'm in.
Okay, so the platforms
Cursing and
for
dragons,
this game are PlayStation 5 and Microsoft Windows.
Okay.
It does not say Xbox, so it's
so I have a use for my PS5 again. Let's go.
Well, no. What it's going to end up being is, it's going to end up running into one of those types of things to where like you can go ahead and get it on Steam and shit like that. Probably Steam or Epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have much, but I do have a little bit more on the game that comes directly from the director. And it's funny because Ant was the first thing that he spoke about was what it looked like when she was traversing, and apparently that's like a big focus of the game.
That's awesome.
The gameplay will be focused on terrain, traversal speed, and fluidity. They also describe the game as another narrative-driven adventure. The character will exist in an open-world game format where the players are able to travel anywhere at any time. The story.
It's honestly one of the greatest things that Sony is able to do with a lot of their games that are like exclusive.
But really,
it is just some really beautiful, great storytelling.
I agree. Yeah. But what seems
Uncharted,
like everything that we've come across so far on this list, it seems like it's all story driven.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it makes me so happy right now in my feels because do you know how
it makes me know that we're going to be so broke the next couple of years.
I don't really fucking care because some of these games
shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
Some of these games are probably going to come to Game Pass. So
the whole
we're
point
good
is
there.
that we make money. Do we make money to spend money? Come on.
Yeah, pretty much. And
this is true.
If I die, I can't take it with me. So look, anyway, it's been a long time since we've seen like where we're going to have like a good solid year or two where we have a lot of really good story-driven games that we can choose from, which is going to be nice. Like normally it would be like you have like the Fortnite stuff or the PUBG stuff, and you're like, oh my God,
the Battlefield.
Yeah, like dude,
everything is really focused on like the multiplayer.
Yeah, I'm over it, dude.
Things.
Like we talk about it all the time. Like, do I like multiplayer? Yeah, but like I'm more of like a multiplayer, whereas it's like the It Takes Two that we didn't play last night, or NHL. Yeah, I threw that out there just to see if it would if you could feel that little bit of burn. Bro, I was so sad when he was like, I gotta go. I was like, okay.
It hurt. Yeah, it made me sad too.
I am having so much fun with that game.
Yeah,
don't spoil it.
I mean,
don't spoil it.
You know,
I just said one thing.
Yeah, well, don't talk about it.
I'm just saying, don't talk about it, bro. It's a sore subject right now.
I'm not allowed to say anything about anything because everything I say, Andy goes, "Don't spoil it, don't spoil it." He said it for fucking Spider-Man. He's saying it for fucking
don't spoil nothing. But no, dude, you're right. The amount of
I went to see Spider-Man today.
Don't say nothing.
Yeah, don't say nothing, dude. Jesus.
Well, I was like, fuck you guys, I'm out of here. Click.
Fuck y'all, man.
My computer exploded. Yep, we know.
But yeah, every time, like every year, at when we start to get a look at the games coming up for the next year, like normally you're happy if you see one or two.
Oh my God, my dick
games
is so hard if I see one.
Like last year we knew, or the year before we knew we were getting Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us Part 2. So you're like, okay, I got two right there that I know are going to be great stories. But after that, it's like, what do we really get now? Like you said, it's so like rich with narrative driven games, which is awesome.
Amazing.
A little bit about the setting of this game and the characters. So Ella Balinska, which is that a fucking dragon? She plays Frey Holland, a young woman who's transported. So they didn't show that in the second trailer, did they? I don't remember. The transport
they had to do with like a mirror or some shit, I think.
Yeah, so if you didn't see the original trailer to this, Anthony, the very first trailer,
I did not.
The chick that's doing all the Frey, who's doing all the like traversing and the magic shit, she's literally like it looked like some Doctor Strange shit. She was transported from New York City through like a portal into that world.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
She's transported from New York City to the fantasy world of Athia and uses magical powers to journey through it and survive in order to find her way home. Athia is under the tyrannical rule of the Tantas, which includes Tanta Sila, the Tanta of Strength, and Tanta Prave, the Tanta of Justice. Other characters include Frey's sentient bracelet Cuff. A couple.
Yeah, you hear it talk in the second trailer.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it's like Navi from Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Ghost in Destiny. You remember when Peter Dinklage was Ghost?
Yeah, but yeah, it was wild. She's like sitting on this like a rooftop in New York, and all of a sudden she's just like shot through this fucking portal and lands in this crazy world. And all of a sudden she's talking to this bracelet and slaying dragons. So I'm interested to see how that, like how they connect that.
It's her destiny.
Like legit, when before we knew what that was, I thought it was something for Doctor Strange. Like I didn't know any different.
Fair. That is
nothing
fair.
wrong with that thought.
Let's go. Sorry, I just saw the Flyers one. So, I'm glad. I'm happy to talk about this next one because the next one for me is one of these games that could be really good. I have to hope to God that it is.
I felt
I
felt the spit that came off of that C.
Yeah. So most people don't know about this. Wes and I had a talk about this because again, we got like. So we got through like a quarter of this on the last episode before I was like, dude, we have so much more to go. And we know this is going to be so long. We're trying to go through it too fast. Yeah. So why don't we cut this out? Just keep that to the awards and then do this for like the trailers and shit. So what I said last time was that my favorite horror movie franchise of all time is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like 1A, 1B with Halloween. The reason I bring that up is because this game slated to come out in 2022. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it is by the same company that made Friday the 13th. That's what makes me a little cautious because the Friday the 13th game I've heard is very good, but is not the type of game I want. Friday the 13th was a lot like Dead by Daylight, which is fine for what it is, but one person played Jason, and the rest were like campers who had to go find different things on the campsite to escape.
Yes, I give me a horror story driven game that's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh my God, it'd be the fucking scary as hell.
Now
they do say that it is based on true events because
That's why it's my favorite horror movie franchise, because it's based off a real person. I love
Yeah.
Halloween, but Michael Myers ain't real.
psychotic.
yeah,
Ed
so,
Gein is real.
Yeah, Ed Gein is the person who they looked at to go ahead and create Leatherface. And the whole thing about Ed Gein is that like he killed his mother, he killed a handful of women in his town.
Grave robber.
He's a grave robber. We talked about this before.
Cannibal.
We cut it.
The
He was a
Butcher
cannibal.
of Plainfield.
Yes, he had a nipple belt.
He's the
American
he's the
serial killer and
He
body
wore
snatcher.
wore his mother's skin.
He's one of the closest like real life embodiments of the devil. Is basically
Dude
what
was
that
fucking
is.
twisted
Just
as shit.
pure goddamn
just
evil.
a couple nicknames if you would like them was
Please.
grandfather of gore, the ghoul of Plainfield, the Plainfield butcher, the Plainfield ghoul. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So, and like I said, like,
other
this
names are Eddie the Mad Butcher. Sorry.
that and it,
You
it
see the look
excited
on
me.
Andy's face?
Yeah.
How excited I am! How excited I am!
Well, no, when Anthony interrupted you, you were just like,
Oh
"Mother-"
no, it's because dude, I said this
Occupation
before,
was
and
numerous
I'm-
unspecified jobs. Oops.
See, when I'm not finished a sentence, you don't want to start yours.
Oh my god,
Um,
dude.
Anyway, like I said before, and I'm glad I found the right way to say it, because it could have came off weird if I said it any other way. Remember how I said last time? I was like, dude, I am. I don't even remember the word I
Words.
used
Let's
now.
use them.
What's the word I used?
Up.
Like
I don't remember.
A word.
I'm so interested in like the whole world of serial killers, all of them, like
So
Gacy, Dahmer.
You find it fascinating. but
Fascinating.
you
That's the word.
used-
It's fascinating.
Fascinating.
Yeah, like
yeah, but you
it,
used
like
a different
A
word
true
where I was
psychopath
like, yeah, that
would
sounds
think
horrible.
it's fascinating. Yeah.
it's like it's crazy to me, like why, like what happens in these people's brains that it's all crazy. And Engine's at the top of that list because again, Dahmer technically is at the top of that list, but yeah, Ed Gein is a psycho. But anyway, so Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and while I don't believe it's going to be, if it is a story-driven Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, that is going to be fantastic. But with it being made by the same person that made Friday the 13th, I feel like it's going to be the same style of game.
What,
I'll
like a
still
copy?
give
You
it-
think they're gonna like just do like a copy and paste sort of thing?
I fear that that's what they're going to do. But I don't know. So
I think you might be right.
they don't know anything. But now it is expected to have a multiplayer mode, and that's fine if it's just going to be a mode. Where one person's Leatherface, the other people have to escape. That's fine. Like I have no problem having fun fucking around with that every now and again. But like I want a story out of this because you can easily make one. So
Yeah, it's
There
called
are
watch.
so many.
It's called watch the movies, make a story.
yeah, I'm so excited.
There are
just
plenty of
because
true crime podcasts that have done episodes on Ed Gein.
I'm trying to like
Speaking of
temper my
true
excitement.
crime podcast, really quick. Really good friend of mine told me to listen to one that's called Dr. Death. I think I talked to you guys about this a little while ago. Just found out we have Peacock, and I started watching the actual miniseries on the same podcast. Anyway, was so
Is it good?
oh my god, dude! I was so, and it's a great cast, great fucking cast. Anyway, I was so excited to like be able to see an actor put his emotions into the way they talked about it in the podcast. Phenomenal. Fucking loved it. Anyway, God,
Solid plug.
I'm all over the place.
So yeah, I'm trying to temper my excitement because I don't.
I'm
wanna-
excited about
I'm trying to
everything.
stay. I'm trying to stay even keel because I like this is the one game where I fear I can be super duper let down. So I don't want to let myself get too excited. But I know what I'm not going to be let down on, and that's the game that's coming directly after that.
Yeah.
You guys haven't had the benefit of playing it yet, but I highly recommend it. And this is Hellblade 2. So the first one, I suggest everyone play. Wes, you said you're going to get it. I suggest everyone play it because I'm pretty sure it's only like 8 hours long. It's more of an experience than a game, really. Actually, no. It's just, it's a Call of Duty. Let's call it what it is. It's a Call of Duty campaign. It's about 8 hours, but way better.
Call of Duty campaigns are less than
Wait,
8 hours.
yeah, because if you play it on
True.
like novice or easy or even
True.
veteran, it's still
Now,
only 8 hours.
If anyone did not get a chance to watch this fucking trailer,
Or-
I highly suggest it because you'll be hard pressed to find a game that looks as stunning as this in the actual gameplay. Not just the cinematic trailer and the gameplay. There's no drop off. It's the same shit.
It looked gorgeous.
Dude, it is absolutely fucking incredible. And the fact that they're going to build off of what they, the success they had in the first one, which for those of you who don't know, it focuses primarily
Don't spoil it, dude. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not spoiling nothing. I'm not spoiling nothing. It's based on psychosis. And, the game was actually built, and they did their research, and they made the game by talking to people who suffer from psychosis and also doctors who have treated patients or work with patients who have it to get a real idea of the sort of things that they go through. And didn't get a chance to talk about this in the last one because we cut it. But, Wes, I'm actually really excited to have him play it simply because, he doesn't hide it. He's on the record with, stuff that he struggles with. And one of the things he's always talking about is, working through that, inner monologue that you've always had playing in your head over and over again.
I have a very loud inner monologue to where it, it sometimes it says things that make sense. Other times it says things that are absolutely absurd. But it's still kind of like, like I watched a TikTok and I showed it to Jess, and I'm like, this is exactly what my brain does.
You sent it to me too. You sent it to Anthony too, I think.
Yeah,
right?
To where the guy opens the laptop and then his inner monologue goes, "You should break your laptop in half." And he goes, "But I don't want to." And he goes, "Yeah, you do. Do it." And then he's like cutting something with scissors, and he goes, "I wonder if you can cut through your pinky." And he's like, "Probably." He's like, "You should definitely do that." Like, that's the weird shit that happens in my head. And I know I'm making myself sound absolutely psychotic, and I'm fine with that.
Dude, there's a lot of people that go through shit like that, but that's my point. I'm so curious to hear your reaction to even just playing a couple hours of it, because the whole game is filled with that. As you are playing this game, you are hearing Senua's inner monologue the entire time you're playing the game with everything you're doing. Yeah. If you're going in the right direction, if you're going in the wrong direction, hearing her talk like that, and it's wild that you mentioned that, like something that seems so crazy, because there's part of that where you're at like a, you're walking on this high cliff and you just hear her like, "Oh, definitely don't look down. You should jump. You should go over there and jump." Like it's wild.
I think you showed. I think you showed us something like that, actually, or you showed me.
Yeah. I showed both of you at his house. The only problem was, for whatever reason,
because I downloaded the game.
Well, for whatever reason, his headphones weren't. I don't know if he didn't have the tech in the headphones, or maybe it didn't wait long enough. But his
headphones weren't expensive enough to be able to handle what
I'll lend you mine because I want to, because the headphones that I have, and I think Anthony's would probably be the same thing, is that you actually, I forget what do they call it, that where it bounces into the different ears. Yeah, so you don't hear it all in both ears. You'll hear things that sound like you're being whispered in this ear, and then this ear, and then this ear.
Stereo, mono, stuff like that.
And to have that happen, like as you're in, imagine this: you're in battle, and the game focuses on permadeath, which I don't think you knew, Anthony. I don't know if I talked about it with you. I told Anthony last time, which it works on the idea of permadeath. We
talked about it on the part that we didn't air. So
if you die too many times, game's over. You have to start over. If you die, this thing like starts to take over your body. And each time it happens, it takes over more and more. If it gets basically to the top of Senua's head, you have to start the game from the beginning. So it ratchets up the anxiety.
I'm curious how much louder the monologue gets.
But it's
every death.
Yeah, it's
like see, but that's the shit that I think of. I think of like next level type stuff.
And you like so the anxiety of like, I've gotten this far, I don't want to die and have to start over. And as you're in battle, and you're battling something, you can hear her being like, "Oh, don't miss. You're losing. He's winning. He's winning." And it's like, it makes you fucking crazy. And I'm like, God, I can't even imagine people that have to deal with anything relatively close to this in their day to day. I take the headphones off and it's gone for me because it's just a part of the game. So I'm interested to hear what you would have to say. And it is on Game Pass. And the beautiful thing about it is, Hellblade 2,
you should probably use your microphone.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hellblade 2 is Ninja Theory's owned by Microsoft. So Hellblade 2 is a first-party Xbox game, which means that Hellblade 2 will be day one on Game Pass.
Hell yeah.
So definitely play the first one because the second one is going to be phenomenal. And if you like Norse mythology,
I love all mythology.
I had no idea that's what the game was even about. So when I first, like 5 to 10 minutes into the game, when I'm hearing about like Loki and Hell and all this shit, I'm like, what? I'm in. I'm in even more than I was.
Yeah, mythology, cryptids. I love all that shit.
Yeah. So that's Hellblade 2. Wes, did you find the pot with arms and legs yet?
Fuck, I forgot about that.
Dang. Okay. So moving right along to a game that actually won the one category and for the Game Awards, remember, was the most anticipated game of whatever. Elden Ring won. So this is the most anticipated game of the coming year, and that is Elden Ring. The trailer, actually, I skipped this trailer because I watched it the first time, and now I'm struggling to remember what was in the Elden Ring trailer.
Essentially, the trailer, it gives you a battle of the two Elden Lords. You know what I mean? They're deep in battle, and the battle basically never ends. And the whole point of the game is for you to be the next Elden Lord.
Yeah, I actually have the premise here. So Elden Ring takes place in the realm of the lands between, sometime after the destruction of the Elden Ring and the scattering of its shards, the Great Runes. Once graced by the ring and the Erd Tree, which symbolizes its presence, the realm is now ruled over by the demigod offspring of Queen Marika the Eternal, each possessing a shard of the ring that corrupts and taints them with power. As a tarnished, exiled from the lands between who lost the ring's grace, summoned back after the shattering, players must traverse the realm to ultimately find all the Great Runes, restore the Elden Ring, and become the Elden Lord. And it's an action role-playing game, third person. Features elements similar to the... Now, this is where they need to be careful, because it says similar to those found in its predecessors, the Souls series, as well as Bloodborne and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Be careful what you take from Souls and Bloodborne, because we know what can happen if you take too much from those games. Because while people love them,
difficult games.
obscene, like just so monotonous, doing the same shit over and over again. Yeah. But yeah, so that's Elden Ring, and that is the most anticipated game according to the award show. Awards. According to the Game Awards, so the people voted, and that's the most anticipated game of the coming year. Yeah, it's Elden Ring. I'm excited. We don't know a lot. We have the premise, but they didn't. It's not like we have a shitload of gameplay or anything to go off of.
I mean, we do have gameplay. I mean,
I'm saying you don't have a shitload of gameplay to go off.
Well, no, you're right. But I mean, there have been trailers of gameplay before with this.
You right, dog. You right.
I know.
So now we're assuming this next one has to be because of the new movie coming out, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We have Sonic Frontiers announced by Sega. And I mean, look, I'm never going to bash a Sonic game. I love Sonic. Who doesn't love Sonic? What has me interested here is it's the first ever open zone inspired game. Yeah. So think of Sonic in like an open world game is kind of a crazy concept.
Definitely.
Can you imagine? Like, there's no need for fast travel because like it's all fast travel.
But everything he does is fast.
Exactly. But if you look at like the scenery and the cinematics of the game itself, it looks fucking really good.
It does.
I agree.
Like I'm currently actually, as we're talking, looking at this trailer again. Yeah, and it literally it does not look like a Sonic game until you see Sonic, obviously, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that, huh?
Rather than wait until the end, which is the article we're going off of where it has it, we might as well talk. They also showed the trailer of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which looks great. The first one was fun. Did you watch it?
I did. Yeah.
I have not seen it yet.
Yeah,
it
was fun. It was funny as hell.
Yeah,
it's on Hulu,
I loved it.
I need to watch it.
Yes, you do. It's fantastic. Your daughter will like it too.
Yeah, dude, and you'll love it.
Yeah, 100% will love it.
Now the good thing with Sonic 2, the movie, is that Tails is the voice actor that did Tails for the cartoon from back in the day.
Yep,
she is reprising her role as
Mm-hmm.
Tails, as well as we got an insane sounding Idris Elba as Knuckles.
Yeah, that was fucking dope.
Like I loved hearing him. Just you think I need your power?
Yeah, it's wild. It looks like a lot of fun, and you now have like Jim Carrey getting closer to that iconic Dr. Robotnik look with the mustache. He's not fat. I'm imagining he's gonna be fat at some point in the movie, probably. But
you mean
he has that iconic mustache?
If they try and go and make a third one.
Yeah. Because you knew at the end of the first one that there was going to be another one. So
yeah.
But yeah, the movie was a lot of fun, and so yeah, they did show the trailer for that. So if you haven't seen it, check that out. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Wes, do you want to? You had a much better breakdown.
Trailers,
oh, go ahead.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Let's also go ahead and just say that we did get a trailer for Halo, the TV show.
Yep.
So that did come from the Game Awards. It is going to be a Paramount Plus exclusive TV show. That basically just goes. It looks like it goes through the early life of John 117, which we did in the Heroes and Villains episode.
I think that was actually the one that you and I did, Wes.
It was.
That was a you and me, because Andy was like, I don't know, too cool, trying to be like, I don't know, whatever. Just like now, he's just like, hey, bye guys. Yeah, whoop-de-doo to you too, Mr. Rogers. Fuck off.
Okay, so I'll take lead a little bit for this. Dude, did you watch this one trailer, the Splitterhead?
No, I didn't. Actually, I did. I mean, I'm watching it. It's fucking...
I need you to watch it right now and fucking tell me, dude, like this game makes no goddamn sense. No goddamn sense at all. Which I'm fine with. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Silent Hill creator reveals new Splitterhead details, including gameplay, art style set. Oh. So you're telling me? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh yeah, you
During
know.
The Game
we talking
about Silent Hill and Siren creator announced Splitterhead, the first project of his new company, Boca Game Studios. Bohec. Okay. Bohec. How is it?
Looks like Bohec.
No, it's B-O-K-E-H. Boca.
It's B-O-H-E-K.
Well, this person has B-O-K-E-H. Anyway, that Game Studios, a wonderful... Wow. Dude, but yeah, it looks seriously like fucking unnerving. Absolutely unnerving. I don't know what to make of it, though.
No, I was wrong. It is Boca.
Yeah, that's
sorry.
what I thought.
Apologies.
Wes, I'm kidding.
Yeah, dude, this shit looks...
I don't know what to fucking make
gnarly.
of it, though. I mean, you got fucking Mr. fucking Whoop-de-Doo's back, so maybe he's got something on his notes that I don't have, which I don't have, so.
Just the way those things just... Just the way the mouths just...
How'd that go, Wes? Yeah. Jesus fuck.
Thank God there's not video.
Yeah, that was some real alien shit right there, my guy.
Hey, man, I do what I do. You know what I mean?
But I love the fact that it was Silent Hill. Silent Hill creators are the ones that created this game.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's how you know you're getting something so twisted.
When was the last Silent Hill?
The last Silent Hill.
On it.
It had to have been for like PS2, probably. Because remember, they were supposed to, the thing that we played, Anthony, PT.
Yeah, but that doesn't count because that was just a demo.
I know, but I'm saying that was supposed to be, but it got scrapped. So like we would have had one, but haven't had one.
Yeah, that is the latest release in 2014. Was PT.
What, PT? And that's not even, you can't even, it was a trailer.
Yeah,
it was
I don't even count that as a game.
20 minutes. Anyway, it would have been fucked up.
So what we got? So you had a PS Vita game, but I'm not counting that either. You can fuck right off. So I guess Silent Hill Downpour, which is in 2012. Silent Hill Shattered, 2009. Homecoming in 2008. Now, Silent Hill Homecoming, Wes, I think you were here with me. And actually, I think I was living at my grandmother's way back when. And I'm pretty sure I played this. You were hanging out with me, and I'm pretty sure I played this in the pitch black.
I hate when you do that shit.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I'm just putting that out there. I hate when
let
you
me see.
Wait,
let me go double check.
Because it's both of y'all.
Because I was playing this on the Xbox 360. I remember this. I was playing this on the Xbox 360. You, me, and Nina were hanging out. I'm pretty sure this is a game that Nina bought and picked out and bought because she was like, she liked that fucking creepy ass Silent Hill shit, and she didn't want to play it. She was like, "No, you play it." And I'm pretty sure you came over, and it was just one of those games. You were like, "Yeah, no, fuck it, I'll watch." And we fucking literally turned off all the lights. It was fucking pitch black, big ass fucking TV, and we had the surround sound on. I'm pretty sure Wes didn't sleep the entire weekend.
I don't know why.
Dude, it's the only
stop.
way. It's the only way to play those games.
Right? Thank you.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I've played. I don't remember Homecoming as much, but I know I've played every Silent Hill game. They're all so twisted. The last one that I have that I vividly remember was, I think it was called The Room. I don't know if that's the one that came out right before that.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was in 2006 or 7.
So that's Splitterhead coming from.
What a name.
Yeah, what a name indeed. So, next up on the list, we have a game that we haven't talked about since the Console Wars episode, like the very first console episode when we just started to get the tech that was in both consoles, the Series X and the PS5, and what games are going to be coming out for each system. And this is one of the games that actually caught my eye, and that is Lord of the Rings Golem. It is your first time getting a Lord of the Rings game where you're actually playing as Golem and Smeagol. So you get. I
love how quick he flipped.
Yeah,
like how he switches back and forth between the two. It's like it's so fucking just. I mean, it's impressive as well as terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of being able to play a game and look at the Lord of the Rings universe through the eyes of those two it's something different. You know what I mean? So I'm not mad at it.
A story yet to be told out of lore that is just so vast, and from the fucking 30s.
Yeah,
from the 1930s, for God's sakes.
Now I feel as though we should probably let Wes do the next one.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I'm not saying shit. Wes, this is all you, buddy.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead.
So we got some more gameplay from the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands trailer. Once again, this game is based in the world of Bunkers and Badasses, which is actually a Dungeons and Dragons style game that is played within the Borderlands universe. If that made any sense at all.
It did. And whom has ever played the Borderlands or any of the Borderlands series, they'll get it.
The number one DLC that everybody loved from Borderlands 2 was Tiny Tina's Bunkers and Badasses. You know what I mean, dude? It was one of the best DLCs. I mean, you dealt with like Roland's death. You dealt with, dealing with just everything with Jack and all that other shit. So you are essentially a character that is there, like a fate. Damn, I can't remember the word now. I was just watching it. A fate something. I gotta look up the synopsis. But look, it's what you normally get from a Borderlands game, except for the neat thing is that not only do you have magic in the game, but you also have guns and melee weapons. So you actually have like crossbows, bows and arrows, axes, as well as dual like double barrel like machine guns and shit like that. And you go up against like dragons and shark people and just skeletons and all sorts of wild shit. So
shark people.
And one of the characters that is predominantly in the trailer is actually voiced by Wanda Sykes, which is pretty fucking cool. Will Arnett is another one that is in this game, as well as Ashley Birch, obviously, as Tiny Tina. So we know this game is coming out in just mere months, dude. March 25th is when this game releases.
Mm-hmm.
So I am super stoked for it. I'm hoping we get a Borderlands game that isn't a Borderlands game. Because we've done that, we've played that, we've enjoyed that. Gearbox needs to give us something a little different.
No.
You know what I mean? That's
a lot coming from you, dude.
Well, and
from the guy who's played Borderlands 3 14,000 times.
Yeah, and I haven't touched Borderlands 3 in probably 5 or 6 months.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Number one, there's just been better stuff to play, and number two, what they've given us out of the DLCs and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's not worth my play right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are other things for that I enjoy a lot more. So I mean, that's why I really want something out of this game that we haven't gotten since Borderlands 2.
Yeah. So,
which is basically flipping this type of shit on its head.
I mean, you're not wrong. The next one's going to be awfully short. Next one's going to be awfully short. And that's Among Us, which we know has a huge following, by the way, but it had a pretty brief teaser clip. But Among Us is getting a VR version, which is pretty fucking crazy to think about, actually.
Now, I'm pretty sure that's only on Oculus, right?
It seems like that's the way a lot of things have been going lately, is Oculus first.
The fuck they want to call this shit.
All I know about is the Oculus and the Vive and the PSVR, obviously. Excuse me. Oh my god. But yeah, Among Us getting a VR version, and then right after that, for all of the Trekkies out there, if there are still any, I'm sure there are.
I was actually surprised with this. I wasn't expecting a Star Trek game.
not only was I not expecting a Star Trek game, but I wasn't expecting that type of Star Trek game. Now this would probably hurt. Now this would probably hurt my dad's soul because he was a huge Trekkie, raised me on Star Trek. I watched so much Star Trek when I was younger. Always more of a Star Wars guy, but fair enough. Everyone's got their thing.
The war was within the house.
We were right. We were just talking about this. Anthony just brought this up at the beginning of the podcast. What type of game is it? Star Trek Resurgence is a narrative-driven adventure game. So Star Trek Resurgence is a narrative adventure game featuring dialogue choices, relationship building, and exploration. Alongside dialogue-driven RPG and rich branching storylines, you will also engage with Star Trek universe and a variety of other gameplay styles, including shuttle piloting, phaser fights, tricorder scanning, stealth, and micro gameplay mechanics. Directly controlled player movement is a third-person over-the-shoulder camera with two principal characters through a single epic story with gameplay switching between the characters similar to Telltale's Game of Thrones or Tales from the Borderlands, like Wes just said. But yeah, so that's Star Wars Resurgence. You're getting a narrative-driven Star Trek game, excuse me. Someone's going to shoot me.
Do not send your hate mail to us. Send it to
please.
Andy.
Yeah.
Please don't.
We'll give you his address.
Yeah, I don't need someone to like phaser me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Next is Arc Raiders, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so Arc Raiders is a free-to-play co-op third-person shooter where you and your squad of raiders unite to resist the onslaught of Arc, a ruthless, mechanized threat descending from space. Why is it always a fucking mechanized threat from space?
Bro,
because
they're
we are
just
terrified of sentient robots.
that, and they're planning us for when it does happen, so we're not surprised.
True.
Get over it.
Well, scavenge the ruins of the past, wield tools and gadgets to outsmart the enemy, come prepared and plan ahead, but sometimes you just have to wing it. So pretty cool that it's free to play. And it's coming to Steam, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. So that's gonna be interesting. I don't remember much about that one.
I'm watching the trailer right now. I mean, a lot of it's over the shoulder, third person.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, you're essentially shooting down fucking drones and shit like that.
While Wes is getting a little bit more on that, I will talk about Riot Games Sessions Diana, which is pretty straightforward. It's an album of copyright-free music that streamers and content creators can use without getting dick mud. We talk about getting dick mud all the time.
Andy hates getting dick mud down.
I love how you say dick mud when technically the M comes first. It's DMCA.
Yeah.
But that's that shit when you use songs that are copyrighted and all of a sudden they shut your audio off.
Nah, they
shut your whole shit down. Oh man, I got dick mud.
Well, no, they'll shut your audio down. You know what I mean? Well, if it's YouTube, I think they shut you down. You know what I mean? That whole live thing you're doing. But on Twitch, when they replay it all, they just shut down your audio, which is fucking stupid.
Dick mud again.
So
I still can't believe we had that happen on a game that was you mean that the music was in the goddamn game. I wasn't playing shit on the fucking side. It was NHL, dude. The music was in it, and we got fucking hit.
I hate that. That's so dumb.
Yep.
Note to self, turn it off.
So one of the men who found the Fountain of Youth himself, Keanu Reeves, appeared at the Game Awards to bring along the trailer for the Matrix Resurrections. Not gonna lie, after the first Matrix trilogy, I really didn't think there was gonna be any more.
What?
But Matrix movies.
Yeah, it comes out December 22nd. I'm actually really excited. It looks fucking phenomenal. He was also there to talk about the Matrix Awakens, which is an interactive experience set in Matrix form. Sorry,
Dang.
Did I steal your thunder? Remember, I just talked to you about this actually. I think I was texting you about it.
You were. Yeah.
And I was like, bro, did you see the Matrix fucking Awakens thing? You're like, oh yeah, the video game thing? I was like, all right, you've seen it.
That's so nonchalant as opposed to your excitement.
Dickman again.
So let's move into something the three of us love so much, a battle royale game.
Oh, Rumbleverse?
Rumbleverse, which, look, I mean, battle royales ain't our thing, mainly because we're at that age now where we're just going to get smacked up by teenagers, and I just don't have it in me.
Dude, this is a hand-to-hand combat version of Fortnite. That's all it is.
I was about to say, it looks like Fortnite. It looks like Fortnite meets like Knockout City.
Oh yeah, well, dude, it's Epic Games.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, dude, that's who created this, and that's who created Fortnite, dude. They're using the same type of animation, same type of drawing, all that, same type of aesthetic. Instead of guns, you're literally suplexing motherfuckers and power bombing bitches. So
I like
you know what I mean? It's
though.
just one of those types
Neat.
of things.
Yeah.
I have no interest in the slippers.
I mean, it looks great, but I'll never play it. I'll be realistic. I will never.
I mean,
play this.
I put it this way: I will have zero issue going on Twitch for like a half an hour and watching some other people play it and seeing what it looks like.
Correct.
I will not be playing it myself.
Correct.
Because again, I don't feel like my
I'll run
night
with
being
that.
screwed up because like kids 20 years younger than me are fucking my world up.
However,
So
you may have an opportunity because it's just coming out. If you get in and you're okay,
I won't be.
you'll always just be okay.
he said
I won't be. So next up, Amazon Prime series The Expanse is getting a video game, a Telltale series video game.
Yeah. So
Anyone see that, by the way, The Expanse, or no?
No, I know of it. It like one of the things about it is that I believe it's in its last season right now. You know what I mean, on Amazon Prime. But I mean, look, Telltale, and it's being made by Deck 9, who did
That's
Life is Strange:
cool.
True Colors.
Yeah, dude.
So
That's dope.
they know how to do a narrative driven game. So I'm fine with that.
Another one.
Another one.
I wasn't gonna do that in case of copyright. Because like, you know.
Yeah.
We'll find out when I try to put this on YouTube.
Another one. Fuck it.
So let's move on to Tunic, which
And no one got
naturally
to hear
caught
it.
my eye. And why do you think Tunic caught
Because
my
it
eye?
says super
Because-
cute Zelda-like Tunic will be released March 16th on Mac, Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series X.
No, that's not why.
Oh.
But
Why?
That shit
well, I
is-
mean, yeah, there's
that shit is
as soon as you
fucking
get
like a
as
motherfucker.
soon as you get Zelda-like, I'm already in. So yeah, it basically looks like it's like a fucking fox, right?
It is.
Yeah,
it
It's
is.
Fox.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
this?
it's a fox wearing a tunic. It's got a sword and shield. It's Link if it was a fox, basically. Wes, you want to take us through Homeworld 3?
Yeah, man, another Gearbox
I wanted to let
game.
Anthony do the one after that because I know he's like had a big old fucking chub the first time we saw it.
Dude, I can fully understand that.
I mean, me too, but he was like the most like outwardly excited.
Who?
Yeah.
Me?
You, yeah. All right, go ahead, Wes.
All right, so Blackbird Interactive has revealed the first look at actual gameplay when it comes down to the details of Homeworld 3 during these Game Awards. The game follows up Homeworld and Homeworld 2, taking players into open space. Now, this is a Gearbox game. I remember during E3, the Gearbox whole thing they did, you mean when they were like at the set of the Borderlands movie,
Mhm.
they kept on throwing in all this shit with Homeworld 3. Like, I don't have much interest in this, to be honest with you. I mean, I'll be 100, but
Keep it 100.
I mean, it's dude, it looks different than other shit that Gearbox does. So I mean, let's.
I mean,
see
that's
what
what you were
happens.
asking for, was it not?
Yeah, but I was asking for that for a Borderlands game.
I wanted something new from
wow.
Gearbox.
My
but
God, I
meant,
sounded
like,
so depressed right there.
You sure did.
Yeah, you
Did-
did. Sorry.
What was the last thing Gearbox came out with that like flopped that we thought was going to be fantastic?
Go-
Was it Godfall?
Godfall. Which none of us have ever played.
It just like, dude,
I
it just, like,
downloaded
fell
it
off.
because
as-
it was free last month.
Yeah.
As excited as
Or is
everyone was for it, it's like I'm pretty sure I'm the first person to even utter the word Godfall in the last like 6 months. So
Well, no,
Bless.
it like
Jacob,
fell off the face of the
Bless.
earth.
Jacob played it and actually enjoyed it. I mean, I just didn't hear much else about it.
So the next game we have, we're gonna let Anthony take over because when we first saw the trailer to this, we were all super duper excited, but Anthony went like full eggplant emoji all over the place.
Oh, dude, it was fucking
Wow.
sick. But the next one we got is Crossfire X, which is an upcoming first-person shooter video game set to be released exclusively for the Xbox One, Series X and S on February 10th, 2022. It's actually a PC game that they're bringing over to the console, which I thought was pretty cool. It says right here, this is the third installment in the Crossfire series. Remedy Entertainment worked on the game's single-player campaign, while Smilegate Entertainment led and developed the game's free-to-play multiplayer portion. So that's pretty cool right there. It's free-to-play multiplayer. Yes, Wes?
I wonder if it's the same Remedy. I mean, that does Alan Wake and Control.
I will click on it right now. And so it's a Finnish video game developer based in Espoo. Notable games the studios developed, including the 2 installments of Max Payne franchise, Alan Wake, Quantum Break, Control. Sam Lake, the writer and face model for Max Payne in the original game, has represented the company on numerous occasions.
Okay.
So yes, it is. There you go.
Cool.
And this trailer and the one beforehand, like it looked like, I think the reason we eggplanted all over the place was like it looked like the craziest parts of any Battlefield or Call of Duty campaign, but like that's what the whole thing was. It was just like nonstop ridiculous shit.
So Crossfire X is the first-person shooter and console version of Crossfire. The free-to-play multiplayer component is similar to Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Does anybody remember that? No.
Counter-Strike?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of like I'm pretty sure that was one of like the very first like squad-based shooters that they did like the tournaments for.
Yep. The single-player portion, which was not going to be free to play, consists of several operations. Each operation includes several episodes. At launch, there will be 2 operations available. The story explores a global conflict between Blacklist and Global Risk, 2 private military factions. It sounds like the single player is going to be short, kind of like a Call of Duty sort of thing, where you're going to have like a 4-hour campaign.
We're hoping not.
I'm also hoping not.
We're hoping not.
It seems like that they're throwing all their eggs in the basket though with the whole multiplayer thing on the console, which if it's free to play, it might do very well considering it's porting over from the PC.
Oh yeah, next section one that I was actually excited for. Yeah, dude.
This one
caught me. Yeah, this one caught me. So this is Nightingale. They have a 4K trailer which looks beautiful. From Improbable's Edmonton studio comes Nightingale, a survival game set in a fantasy Victorian era. Again, with the scary monsters with monstrous human faces in a shared world, Nightingale launches early access Windows PC next year. I have a little bit more on the game from Nightingale's website. It says, lost in the Fey realms, you are stranded beyond our world, cut off by the sudden collapse of the Arcane Portal network. This catastrophic event has left you and countless others fighting to survive in a labyrinth of mysterious and perilous realms. Prepare for a journey of adventure, danger, and discovery as you search for a way back to the last haven of humanity, Nightingale. You will traverse foreboding forests, harrowing swamps, and shimmering deserts as
little closer,
portals leading deeper into the lands of the Fey. What caught my eye in this trailer is like the scale of some of the enemies. Like they're huge.
Yeah.
Like it looked like some like Shadow of the Colossus or even Monster Hunter type shit where like the scale of you to them is enormous. Build and craft. And you already know that this is the type of shit that gets me. You construct estates, farms, and communities to live off the land. Craft the tools, gear, and weapons you need to survive. So I love shit like that. Shared world. Adventure alone or unite with other players. Combine your strengths and skills and face the challenges of the realms together. And Gas Lamp Fantasy. Open world realms immerse you in a mystical Victoria setting where the remnants of humanity are threatened by the dark magic and nightmarish creatures. So, kind of dope that you can... I like that you have the option of playing with people online, but you don't have to. I love shit like that. That's what I hated about games like, Battlefront, where even the fucking solo campaign was online.
Oh,
I don't know about this if the second one was like that, but I know the first one. I think Titanfall was like that too, right?
Yeah, Titanfall was exactly like that.
Yeah.
I hated that. It's like, dude,
Fuck
give
that.
me the option of if I want to. Now, this would be cool if this was something where we could play like together. Like if you could pick like friends to play online with, not just like jump into a random server, like 76 style. I'm hoping. But yeah, that game, that one is one to keep an eye on because I didn't. I heard nothing about that until the Game Awards. And
I was about to say the same thing. I
think
never heard of this before, but this was
yeah.
Nightingale looked really, really cool.
Short announcement for the next one. Some people should be excited about this. I may fuck around and just try it once now that I don't have to pay for it. PUBG is now free to play. I know a shitload of people that play PUBG, but I was never willing to pay for it. So now that it's free, I may. And after that, a game that I didn't expect to get a DLC this far out, but I'm kind of excited about it. Cuphead. So everyone knows Cuphead was the game that I talked about on our indie games episode, and I love the damn game. Anthony and I played co-op. That game is so hard. That game is so hard.
Yeah, it is.
Cuphead is getting a new DLC called the Delicious Last Course.
DLC.
Yeah,
and then you're on DLC Island.
Yeah.
So smart.
They really they really went hard
smart.
With the
100% smart. We already talked about the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 trailer, which if you haven't seen the first movie, see it and then watch the second trailer. Oh, go ahead.
Cuphead DLC is launching June 30th.
Oh, attaboy. I don't know how I missed that.
I don't know either. That's why I'm here.
Wes, can you go over Thirsty Suitors? Because every time I see Annapurna games, I know there's something else I've played from them, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was.
Annapurna.
Right? Every time you hear that, you're like, fuck that. They made something
I want
we
to say
played.
the Medium.
That may be one of them. But it has to be something else, too, right?
Okay,
I feel like
that's
there's something else.
not it.
I was like, oh shit.
Something in Nepal is what popped up, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't it. Solar Ash is one. The Artful Escape.
Oh, I'm looking right now. Hold on. Oh, Stray. That fucking game with that cat.
Yes. 12 minutes. Another one.
Okay, yeah. So I love how you have all these crazy games. Outer Wilds, What Remains of Edith Finch, Solar Ash, Neon White, Stray, 12 minutes, and then you get Donut County.
I'm curious about Donut County. I'm not gonna lie.
The fact that is it's not their first game. It's one of their first ones apparently. The Pathless. Wait, Ant, didn't you play Pathless?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that's Annapurna. So, yeah, the Unfinished Swan, which I believe won a bunch of awards. Journey won, I believe, Game of the Year one year. So yeah, dude, Annapurna.
I know Outer Wilds is supposed to be a good game too. So
I heard that too. Yeah, Wes, you want to go over?
Yeah, so this one was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. So indie publisher Annapurna Games will release Outer Loop Games' next title, which is called Thirsty Suitors. Now you play as a looks like Indian American woman, and you battle your exes. And that's essentially all I really got from it.
You battle your exes?
You battle your exes.
Like
ex-boyfriends, exes.
So it's like a Scott Pilgrim game? Like, is that where we're...
That's kind of my thought with a...
Like, is that what we're thinking here?
That's honestly, yeah.
Okay, because that already happened. It's called Scott Pilgrim. The game.
So there's fighting, skateboards, cooking, and much more.
Fantastic movie. Love that movie, by the way.
Scott Pilgrim is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
But so in this game you need to tackle relationships and family dynamics. Oh my God. So I mean, like,
I don't have time for that. I deal with it in fucking regular life. Why do I want to do it on a video game? Fuck off, Annapurna. Sorry. Stick to the path.
Watch, it's next year's indie game of the year.
I will fucking slap the shit out of myself.
Dude, that's
that
like
I will record and put on TikTok and loop it.
It's funny that you said that because that's like the one gripe, and it's not even a gripe. It's just because of what I was doing at the time. It's the same thing I said when I first started playing Resident Evil Village, because I don't know if I told you this, Ant, but I told Wes. It was so fucked up. Resident Evil Village was the first game that I played since Cameron was born.
Okay.
It was the first time I finally got to sit down like, oh, I can play some games. What's the first thing that I had to do in that fucking video game? Put my fucking kid to sleep. I'm like, are you serious? I was like, are you fucking serious? The first thing I have to do in this game is put a goddamn baby to sleep. Like, you have to be kidding me.
That's amazing.
Like, can I skip this part?
I do this every day. Please.
Yes.
You wake up, change life. You're like, God damn it, I fucking quit. I'm not playing this game anymore. By the way, you fucking ruined part of that game, and I haven't played it yet, dick. God, Wes.
Bro, it's literally 2 minutes into the game.
The last one we're going to talk about is a game called Dune Spice Wars. So, essentially, you are going to explore, expand, exploit, and exterminate in this game. And it's a real-time strategy-based game. I know absolutely nothing when it comes down to Dune, the lore. I know there are books. I know there are movies. There's a movie that just came out with Zendaya in it. Jason Momoa is in it as well. But literally, that is all I know. I know nothing else about it.
So yeah, that's literally everything that broke at the Game Awards 2021. So a lot of shit to keep an eye on, and some things to be cautiously optimistic about. Some things to just be super excited about because we know they're going to be good. Like Forspoken and what was the other one?
Doesn't matter. The fact that most of them are fucking story driven make me fucking so hard.
So hard. All right.
So we gave you the Game Awards. Well, no, last week we gave you the Game Awards. Now we gave you the trailers. And now Anthony is going to give you news.
All right, so this is kind of funny because this was like a rabbit hole. If you'll hear us talk about it earlier in the cast, I fell down this rabbit hole of like things that were happening, and so I came across an article on Game Rant about Star Wars Eclipse. Now, the only reason I'm talking about it is because we literally just got the trailer for it during the 2021 awards, and this is basically what it says. So, Star Wars Eclipse fans are staging a protest against Quantic Dream's involvement in the creation of Star Wars Eclipse. And I'm just going to read the article, I guess, verbatim, so at least
go ahead.
We all have an idea of what's going on. It says, while there's quite a bit of excitement over Star Wars Eclipse, there are some people who aren't happy that Quantic Dream is working on it. While there's a decent level of excitement over the fact of the game, it's coming out in the near future, not everyone is excited which the studio is working on the project. In fact, earlier this week, several Star Wars fans started a protest over the fact that Quantic Dream and David Cage are involved in the Star Wars Eclipse at all.
Real quick,
yes.
Where'd you say you got this article from?
Game Rant.
Okay. I'm pulling up a different one.
No, you're good. It's on GameRant.com.
Okay.
While the idea of the new Star Wars games has had fans of the franchise excited for quite some time. God, this is like the third time they've said the same fucking sentence. Anyway, Quantic Dream has had its fair share of detractors over the last few years. In 2018, 3 separate French news outlets wrote about accusations that Quantic Dream allowed, and some instances even encouraged a workplace culture of racism, sexism, and homophobia. And those accusations specifically mentioned studio head David Cage, who is alleged to have told dirty jokes and made inappropriate comments about female actors in his games. Cage claimed the accusations were false and even won a lawsuit against one of the publications, but another outlet that reported on the accusations was cleared of liable charges. So that would be the exact reason as to why there is a protest currently going on with this game, and I agree with them 110%. If that's the kind of culture that you're going to have in your workplace, you do not belong.
Agreed.
But you do not belong attached to a game like Star Wars or any other game for that matter. I'm going to actually
let alone something that has such a storied history.
Yeah, I'm going to actually stop on that part of the article right now. I'm not going to read any more of the article because I'm actually getting.
That's fine.
I'm actually quite pissed off about that period. After reading that, I'm pissed off that to the point where I'm already disgusted. It's kind of gross.
No, and you're 100% right, dude. Once again, dude, a toxic workplace culture is something that has been horribly rampant in gaming culture. You know what I mean, in the game developers community.
Yeah.
And we talked about it during Crunch.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Dealing with all the different sexism that happens. We've talked about Activision Blizzard.
Oh my god.
And everything. Like,
yeah.
dude, people are still on strike right now.
Yeah. As they should be.
People are still on strike right now. Workers from Activision Blizzard because of all the shit that has happened.
Yeah.
And I mean, hopefully something comes of this. You know what I mean? Hopefully something comes of these people taking the rightful stand.
Yeah.
To go ahead and say we will not tolerate this type of thing.
Hopefully.
I mean, I for one will try, you know what I mean, my best to stand with them and support. You know what I'm saying? Going ahead and you know what I mean, dealing with stuff like that. I mean, dude, I have so many people in my life that are part of, you know what I mean, the LGBTQ community, and like I just not to mention the amount of women in my life. You know what I mean? Like I fucking hate hearing this shit.
Yeah, it's shit like I have no place for that in my life, in my heart, or any of that kind of shit. Like that's just not a thing. You know what I mean? Like that. And you know what the fucking God, here we go. No. Sidebar rabbit hole, but
no, I want this.
The fucking crazy part about this is like our generation, right? Our generation, at least in my home, and I know it's the same in your home. We were raised on respect, love, and just like love for your fellow person and everything like that. So like the fact that this shit is still going on today, and we have said this multiple times, and we shouldn't have to, but the fact that this shit is still going on with our current generation and younger generations, it's absolutely disgusting, and it's a travesty of the way that the humans act towards other people. Like, it shouldn't happen. You should never treat somebody in a less than or in a different manner because of the way that they are. It's that simple, and it's who they are, how they want to be treated. Like, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting, and that's why I had to stop reading that article, because I probably would have fucking threw my computer out the fucking window,
and then it would have just been left with me going.
Sorry.
And unfortunately, that is the only article that we have in news.
Yeah, and it was a shitty one. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah. Nah, dude, it's something that needs to be said, dude. We never shy away from this stuff.
That's true, we don't.
We always make sure that we say something when it needs to be said. And this is absolutely one of those moments.
Yeah. Oh, yuck.
So...
It doesn't matter. You don't have to do this. What is Anthony playing? It's going to be just me today, because I think I'm the only one out of this fucking CGC crew for the first time in a long time, is the only one actively playing video games. But here's why, and I will explain. I'm actually really excited about this. So,
please do.
My sister and her fiance finally moved the fuck out of my house a while ago. I finally got my own goddamn man cave back. And let me tell you something. I'm going to break it down for you. Bro, I took an entire day to clean this room. When I say an entire... Look, fact of the matter is, this chick, I swear to God, she vacuumed her room maybe like twice the entire time she lived here. Maybe dusted once in like 7 years. Anyway, so finally gone. It took me 8 hours to clean this fucking room. Now, when I say 8 hours to clean this room, there was nothing in the room. I literally had to go to Target, buy supplies to clean the room, because I didn't have everything I needed. I had to use magic erasers on the fucking walls, right? I had to use I used the Target brand, but I used the fucking because it was like, dude, I was saving money that way. I wasn't spending I was saving like $5 a shot. So I used Target brand Swiffers. So I can get all the dust off the wall before I use the fucking magic eraser on the wall. I literally cleaned the walls, all the baseboards. I fucking cleaned all the window frames inside and out. The fan had like 2 inches of dust on it. Anyway, fucking finally cleaned the room, top to bottom, vacuumed it, fucking... Yeah, dude, I fucking finally have my own room again where I can play video games with the guys and be loud and obnoxious and have fun. And so I finally got myself like a 4K TV, which everybody else has had for like ever. So like this has been like a couple weeks of solid gaming for me. Now, granted, I've only been playing Forza. But playing Forza with the 4K capabilities that it's got, this is the first time I've actually it's been a long time. Like I'm waiting to get done this podcast so I can go fucking play more video games.
Go back.
Yeah, nice. Dude, of course, 100%. But yeah, that's actually all I've got for what I was playing. I just want to talk about finally having my own room like everybody else fucking has had for years. It feels nice. Got a big old fucking fucking 6-foot beanbag in there that takes up like the whole corner. It's amazing.
Must be comfy as hell.
Oh,
too.
Dude, it's absolutely comfy as hell. But yeah,
I'll make my way over one day.
Hell yeah. If not, I'll just fucking FaceTime you. Wes is here. Look, fucking. But yeah, man, that's all I got for now.
Word. All right, yo, so let me go ahead and let everybody know where they can find us. You can find us on our website, which is consolegamingcrew.com, or you can hit us up on our email, which is consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. Our Twitter is @consolecrew. That's probably the easiest way for you to get a hold of us. Or if you wanted to go ahead and check our YouTube videos out, which are normally our episodes, plus we have a few other things from when we first started running this whole thing. That is both Console Gaming Crew for YouTube and Instagram. Facebook can suck a big old bag of D's.
Hell yeah. Wait.
And let me tell y'all about another place where you can find us, but not only us. You can also find many other content creators, also other gaming podcasts. You can find specific console-driven podcasts if you want, like Arsenal X or Crossroads, and I am talking about BossRushGames.com. The Boss Rush Network is one of the best places for you to go ahead and find anything that is within your gaming needs. You want PC? They got it. You want Xbox? They got it. You want Microsoft? That is Xbox.
Jesus,
you want Sony?
Fuck, dude.
Shut up. You want Sony? They got it. Anything you're looking for, I guarantee you they have. So go check them out at BossRushGames.com. And we also have a Twitch. We normally stream 2 nights a week, maybe sometimes more, depending on how fun and frisky we feel. But normally we have a Monday night stream, which is mine. I'm either playing Gears with some of the boys, or I am playing It Takes Two. And for our Fun Friday streams, it is either going to be Fun Friday, Freaky Friday, or what was that other one?
I want everybody to play Forza. Play some Forza Friday.
Forza Friday. There you go. That was the other one. But yeah, so our Friday streams, normally about 1.5 hours, almost 2 hours. And they're always an absolute blast going ahead and running with us. So yeah, that's everything. Appreciate everybody listening as always. So let me go ahead and end it the way I always do. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. I hope everybody has a safe holiday. I hope they have a safe new year. So please stay safe, wash your hands, mask up, take care of each other, respect each other. And as always,
game on.
Game on, y'all. Peace.